I may do a whole, most likely. Click start and there's PC version, so I'm not going to tell you. I'm on PlayStation 4, so that's from console to PC and Xbox to PC. So anyway, so let's go ahead and start. The first thing you'll have to do, and you see I've already got my character done up the way I want it, but you can literally. Then once you get everything done the way I got it over there, you just hit circle. And now you're going to get this message. Welcome to Farming Simulator. Would you like to start a short guided tour? This will show you the basics of the game. Well, it does show you the basics, excuse me, but it leaves you, or at least my opinion, you still asking questions somewhat. Excuse me. So I'm going to hit no, and I'm going to show you how to play this game. See, now it's telling you if you'd like to start the guided tour later, start a new career in Elm Creek or whatever the name of that other map is. I'm not going to dare try to pronounce it. Hagenbacher or something like that. Anyway, that's one of those foreign maps, and you can try. So now, the first thing I want to do is when you get in to this game, the first thing you need to do before you do anything else, you'll start with a farm already and equipment. You can see in the mini map down there I have some equipment all around me and some buildings. That's what you need to start, so you don't have to buy because you're only going to have limited funds anyway. Excuse me. So once you get into this point, the first thing you need to do is hit on console. On this console you hit options, and it brings up your big map, and then you're going to come down, go till you see this general settings and then game settings. You want to come down to get to game settings, then you want to hit down arrows, and I like to put my time scale on real time, so it's not, it's like real time. In other words, it ain't. And for beginning, you want your economy difficulty easy. You're going to get the best price there. You may want to turn traffic off, depending on, whether you like it or not. That's up to you. Seasonal growth. Let me show you what this does. I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to come over here, L1, and come up. Well, wait a minute. Let me come back to it. Let's see. There. Seasonal growth. Turn it on now. Let's come up. With seasonal growth on, you get this chart here, this crop calendar. It shows you when the green is when you can plant, and obviously the orange is when you can harvest. It's pretty stuff. This has to do with seasons. Now, I recommend playing with the seasons because you get this chart, helps you so much better. I've played both ways, and I forgot how good this chart was, to be honest with you. It really is a good, excuse me, a good chart. So I would leave. Let's go back to game settings. Come down. Oh. Now, I play with three-day seasons, which, if we come back up here to, well, there it is. Right now, you're on one day. In other words, you fast forwarded. When you fast forward a day, it's going to go from August to September. That blue line will move to about the middle of September. That's fine if you want to play that way, and that, for beginners, that's probably where you should play. If you're going, this game really doesn't let you turn seasons completely off at all. Like 19, if you played on 19, you could, because it was a mod. You could just not check it, you know, and play without it. But this game is set. That's a setting in there. The seasonal growth just means it speeds up the growth somewhat, but not really a lot. So I'm gonna leave that on 1 day. Fixed visual month. It's a specific month should always be visible. That's just to do with seasons. I like to have snow on, so we get snow. I like to turn crop destruction off. If you want to be really realistic, leave it on, but I'm going to turn it off. Periodic plowing, I like to have on. That means after about every third harvest out of a field, you have to plow the field. Fieldstone, nah, I'm not too big on that. I don't do lime unless it's in with precision farming, and we'll get to that later and probably in another video. Won't get to it today, but weeds I leave on. Now, vehicle control, automatic engine start. This is another one. If you turn that off, you have to crank the engine every time you get in it. If you leave that on when you step out the vehicle, you don't have to crank it. It automatically cranks up. For a whole lot more, in fact, AI fuel workers, this here, you can turn all these off to where it says off, and like if you hire a worker, they won't buy fuel or seeds or fertilizer, but I'm gonna leave it on for now. Well, might have been the end of that. Let's see. It jumped. Yep, that's the end of that one. Okay. So, excuse me. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Here's general settings. We'll go down through these. Help window. I'll show you what. See up in the upper left-hand corner. That allows you to turn that on and off. See, if I do that, it's gone. But you really need that on all the time, in my opinion, all the time. If you're colorblind, they have a mode there you can turn on. Interactive zones, like where you sell or buy the triggers or whatever, are showing up better. You need to leave that on. Info triggers shows info trigger, which give you. I'll show you what an info trigger is. Let me turn around here. See that little yellow thing there with a triangle on? I mean a question mark on it. That's an info trigger. See, it says open help menu. You come up to that and hit R3 on it, and it takes you to that. But let me go back to general settings. Okay, that's what that is. Field info. You can watch field info. Let's come over here to this field. You see, it says, in fact, this field needs plowing. See down there in blue, it says needs plowing. It's ready. This wheat's ready to be harvested. But we'll get to that shortly, but I want to finish showing you first in here. All right, units. You want dollar, measurement miles, temperature Fahrenheit. And here's the interesting thing. It says you put acres down for set the area units using in the game. Well, here's the deal with this. It really doesn't. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me come back. Let me go back to the big map. Like, let's say I was going to buy field 40. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to. That's field 40. It doesn't. The only time it doesn't even show it there. Okay. The only time. Let's go to where jobs are. It tells you the acreage there on the different field jobs. See up there. Field 30 is right under the owner's name, Zach Durham. It says it's 6.5 acres. That's what that is for. Anyway, let me come back down here to the settings. And now, let's see, there is a radio. I'll show you when we get in the vehicle. I like it in the vehicles only. Camera. Indoor camera, all that's to do with the cameras. It really, everything that's set there, leave it. That's why. Now, camera control, vehicle arms, steering, directional. All right, here's something if you want to, but they've got it now pretty well, at least to do on console, where if whether it's manual or whether it's automatic, you can that your gears will change. But if you want to be more realistic, turn that off on a manual, and you'll have to manually push up on your air pad or whatever the button is. It tells you to show you to push to change that's in here. You can speed of value, engine speed, switch to train. That allows you to be able to, you can get to the trains. And this is something here, the Wood Harvest automatic cutting. They've added that with one of the last two game updates. Anyway, excuse me, the rest of this is all volume. I'll leave it just for now. We'll leave all that. Yeah, we won't all that. So now, let's see. Let's go back up here. Now, this is your statistic page. And it tells you everything you, like down there where it says years. If you look in the right-hand column, times, down at the bottom, it says, almost at the bottom, just above where it says AI workers, it says years played. When we play a little bit, I'll come back to this, and I'll show you what it tells you how long you've been playing. You also, when you go to come into the game, under your saves under there, it'll tell you how long you've been playing this game. It tells you how many trees are cut, planted, how many bales produced. And I can tell you right now, for the mini bales, which are the 120 whatever it is, it's a 200 bale limit. I hit that yesterday, as a matter of fact, I think. It's going to come up and say you got to sell some bales. And at the very bottom on the right-hand side, you see it says collectibles collected. There's 100 collectibles on here you can collect. I'm going to show you what one looks like right now. I know where one is at, right over at this gas station. I don't know if I can get to it or not. But if you look up here, right up there where the letter S is, I don't know if I can get up there to it or not. Let me see. I can't. I'll have to get up on this other building and jump across. I can't quite make that jump. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, I know where another one's at that I can definitely get to. Come down here to this house at the other end of this field down here, and one on top of it. Have to climb up some ladders. And each one of these collectibles are $1,000. So go up these ladder here and come across and go up the ladder here, and right there's another one. See it? And see it says collect in the left hand, upper left hand. It says L3 collect. And you see in the right hand, upper right hand, it says $1,000. I just made $1,000 just by collecting that. All right. You can make money that way. There's 100 of them. So now, after you have looked at all of this, and let's see, anytime this is the help menu here, by the way. Let me go back to the top. And they've really made this nice now. You know, and see, this is the three farmers ways of farming. You can be animal in husbandry or agriculture. Of course, with this game, unlike 19, they have added the possibility to doing factories, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the big map. Hang on a minute. And you see where we're at. I'm going to come down right here. That's the bakery. This takes flour, butter, and all that. See this little icon right here? You can buy it for $50,000. Once you buy it, you can't sell to it anymore. As long as you don't buy it, you can sell stuff. See, there's another collectible. They're all different colors, and anytime, let me show you about the collectibles while I'm right here. Let's see, where's the toy store at? I think it's back up here. Ain't it? Yeah. Let me look. Hang on a minute. Nope. Oh, it's saving. Yeah, I think it's back up here. There's a toy store right downtown here. There it is, right there. If you come to it, you should be able to see what the collectibles here somewhere. Let me see. Well, no. But there's what they look like. Gives you an idea. They're all different shapes and all over the map. 100 of them. They should pop up on the, once you start collecting some of them, maybe more than 2. They'll pop up on that them shelves there. You can see what you got. Anyway, let's go back to the farm. And how I did that was I just did this. And you right arrow, and it takes you around. Or you can go to the big map and just click on whatever. Anyway, so we own 3 fields here: 45, 46, and 44. Let's see. The next, you need to look and see. 45 needs harvesting, so we'll get to that in just a minute. But let's look and see whether, I know 45 needs plowing already. Yep, all 3 of them need plowing. So let's see. The next thing I want you to do is to go in to see what we have as far as equipment here, and you hit on the PlayStation remote. It's the big button in the center. You hit that, and you come down to that, looks like a house looking thing. Owned items is what that category is. So here we go. And we don't own a plow, so we'll have to buy one. There's the tractors we own, the 2 John Deeres and that. A combine. That's a cultivator. It's not a plow. I'm going to show you on that field when I get it harvested. Anyway, we're ready to harvest now. See, I'm leaving it left it running. We're gonna, this trailer here is that head goes on the trailer. That grain head, if you want to keep it, I probably won't keep it. Here's where we'll put, the silo is empty. We'll probably put, we may have to sell the, what is that, wheat? Let me show you something in here. There's a price guide in here. And see, right now wheat's getting, well, we ain't got economy level on. Yeah, we do. Got on easy. Wheat's still not a very good crop then. Well, we're in August, so see, and here's something else. This shows you the price fluctuation. So if we were in January, February, we could get $1,000 for this wheat we're fixing to harvest. It's probably, but we're in August. It's totally in the bottom right now, which is about $818 a ton a metric ton, which is 1,000 pounds. So hit square, you see, and yet we're getting about that. And the way you do that, I have to show you later how to do that when we have more crop to sell. It is, you always going to get a little more, but it takes more to fill it up. But you see right now, the next best one would be at the Feed and Grain South, $8.53 a ton. And I mean, there's nothing in this bin at all. And this, I mean, you even got planks, furniture, tomatoes. Them three things there: lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries are grown in greenhouses. I'll show you later how to do that. Raisins are produced at a factory. And all this oil right here, cereal, all this stuff from, let's see. Now, road salt is for putting on the ground when it snows, but from flour on down, all this stuff is factory. We won't cover that in this video. We're just doing the basics right now. So, to make you some money, we'll be harvesting that wheat. We'll go to Feed and Grain South. So let's come up here to the map. And there's two different maps. This map shows you if you got hired workers. Well, both of them do, but this one, if you got workers, you can actually put them on a job, like hauling something somewhere. I'll show you that. But we'll take, down here is where that sell point is, I do believe. Yeah, Feed and Grain South. Let's go there. Here we are. And that there's just talking about the Vermeer DLC. It's a DLC you can get with some pretty decent equipment in it. But right there's where you sell it. You pull up there. You can actually close that gate if you want to. This is just a sell point. You can't buy this to do a factory. This is just straight sale here. And this is where we'll bring the wheat. So now, and we'll put the wheat in this trailer over here with the Massey's sitting hooked to. Let me see. Oh, what is that? Oh, well, on the backfield. Okay. All these fields need plowing, so. Okay. Yeah, we can't. Anyway, we'll have to. We will pull this when we can get to it. Around over here. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna go back in here, and that trailer, that's that header trailer. I'm gonna sell that because we really won't need it on here. These weights we don't need, and that seeder we won't need. And this cultivator, I don't like it either. And now let's see. We'll keep everything else. So see. We're up to 140,000. We done made $38,560 just by selling that stuff. So, but I want to show you. See up there where it says $12.49. If you're on console, you're going to have to stay within that 2,600 slot count. You can't go over it. So we're already at $12.49, which is about halfway. And let me do the math on that. I got a calculator right here. Hang on. 26 minus. Yeah, so we have room for 1,351 more slots on this map in particular that can be used up pretty quick. Anyway, you don't want that because when you get close to that 2,600 mark, it's going to tell you your slot count is full. If you were to buy another combine just like this one, it would only be, even though this one says plus 17 down there, if you were to buy another one, let me show you, and have two, which that's it right there. See, it says -1. You would only lose one more slot, even though it's nearly $130,000 to buy it. Money-wise, you'd only lose one more slot. That's how they work that. So anyway, we will sell the wheat as soon as I harvest it here, which won't take long. Now, all you have to do is attach to this head. Now, when you hit L1, it says unfold harvester, so you hit X. You got to make sure all that's unfolded. And then, down where it says disable on crops like wheat, barley, and oats, you can put a straw slough down. But right now, if we go to the price thing, I'll bet you straw is not getting a whole heck of a lot, so you're probably not a good idea to do the bales. Let me show you. Well, where is it? There it is, straw. Well, actually, $100 a bale or ton. So, and a bale average is about, if you make a regular round bale, it's about 9 tons. So, 100 times about $900 a bale. So, that is a way, if you want to make extra money. But I'm not going to, because we don't have a. I don't think we have a baler. Let me look. Let's see. Wait a minute. No, we ain't got no baler. I'm gonna have to buy a plow, and plows aren't cheap. Yeah. And yeah. So let's get this wheat up now. See, now it's putting this straw slough down. I'm gonna disable it. Now you'll see it scattered. See? I forgot what this combine holds. Let's see. What does it hold? It holds 8,500. We won't get a full combine full. I doubt in here. It'll be close. And what does that trailer hold? It holds 8. That's probably what we're going to get. Most likely, whatever's left, if it's any over 8 tons, we'll put in the bin. By the way, let me dismiss that worker. I accidentally hired a worker. It ain't that hard to do. All you do to hire a worker, you see it says circle, you hit circle. But due to cruise control, you have to press R1, L1, and then hit circle. This headland done, I'll hire a worker long enough to finish it harvesting this field while I go by the plow. Let's see, we're only at 19% full, so like I said, this right now I'm gonna hire the worker. It says dismiss worker. The workers got it now. And if you look, you can see somebody else is in there. Or you'll watch them. They will. Sometimes they do a good job and sometimes they don't. Make sure they get turned around proper here. Don't miss any. Usually do a headland like this, at least one headland. The workers are better on this game than they are on. We're on 19. Alright. He's working. Now. Let me see which one tractor's got the most horsepower. That one's got, he does 90, 75, and 170. So we want that 4755. Nope. This is the one we want. All three of these fields have got to be plowed. So I'm going to take this tractor. What is that worker doing out there with that? Let's wait a minute and see. Yeah, okay, I guess it's... And if you look at the money up in the upper right hand corner, it does go down while the worker is working. Show you something. See, those are dead weeds out there. They done sprayed. But that's what the weeds, they're dead now, but we'll get to that. I'll show you how to, maybe not in this episode, but in the next one maybe. We'll get to that. And this is your shop right here, where you come to buy anything. I'm going to pull out here so I can hook to, but you can access it just by going in here and scrolling all the way up. This is the shop. Now I'm going to get a plow, so come down, come all the way over where it says plow, and let's see that one. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't want it too heavy. Better. Let me see what this one looks like. That one don't turn. We'll go with this one. It's the rotating one. Yeah, that's a three shoe plow. Yeah, we'll use that one. How many slots is that? Only 4. I'm going to show you. Well, yeah. Anytime you buy anything here, it's going to pop up right here. And by the way, the reset, if you ever have to reset a vehicle, it pops up right back here. And how you reset is, oh, it's saving. I'll show you how to reset while we're talking about that. It's not that hard. You come up here to that first map, and let's just put that on crops where we can see. Anyway, And just like anywhere your vehicle is, you highlight it just like this. And you see down at the bottom of the screen it says enter vehicle or reset it. You hit triangle and it will take it down to the shop. I hit. I turn the plow because I want it to be the right way when we get ready to do that. Our worker should be just about through harvesting that field. In fact, he is done, looks like. Yep, he's done. I'm gonna take this over and line it up. And now you can create fields with this thing. See, it says, let me show you. It says allow create fields. You hit triangle and you can make this field bigger, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do regular plowing. Now, we're going to pull this over there. Now, well, you know what? Yeah, we'll pull over there. We need to go sell this crop. Unlike 19, this game you have to like to move to open the arm, and for it to unload, that combine's got to be running. On 19 you could put the arm out like that and shut it off and it would unload. Not so on this game, on 22. Let's see how much we get. I'm gonna jump in the combine. How much? It wasn't a lot, I know. We're about empty now. All right, so it's $41.49. And if we go back to the price guide, come down here to what was wheat getting? The best price outside of going on the train was $8.54, looked like. So take that $8.54. Well, wait a minute. First we need to, here's what you have to do. Say 41.49 divided by 1,000. It's 4.1, so 4 tons. So then 4 times whatever the price is, $8.54 a ton, times 854, $3,416 thereabout for that wheat. So let's take it and see. I'll move that combine when we come back from selling this wheat. It'll go down here and sell the wheat. And something else, hit L1, R1, or L1. You see down there it says tip side back. You want it on the back here so it'll tip out. I'll show you. We're going right trying where all them silos is at to sell. In here, see it gives you an icon. Start overloading it. See, I'm tipping the back out. You'll see it start dumping, and then the money will go up. See what I tell you? 3,416. It'll be close to that. $3,543. So I was off a little bit. Wasn't too far. Actually got more than what. More than what I figured. Oh well. Now, I'm gonna take this trailer back to the farm, and I'm gonna reset this tractor, and I'll show you how to completely reset it down to the shop. And I want to show you before I start plowing. I want to do a demonstration and show you the different levels of cultivation on this game. There's plowing, which is the deepest. Then there's deep cultivating, and then there's what's called shallow cultivating or disking. By the way, the train just went by. I have to wait to it. Arms go up. You can go around if you want to try to beat the train, but I wouldn't. You don't own that cornfield yet. We don't. Whoa, but yeah. Pull this up on the green, on the silo grate here. So I'm gonna unhook it now. Detach. Now I'm gonna pull this up here. I'm gonna get out and run. Step away from it a little bit. Go back to the big map. Remember how I told you the first one up there, not the second one, but the first one. Well, then you highlight whatever it is. Right here is the tractor, the Massey, and then you hit triangle, and it's going to tell you, do you really want to reset this vehicle, or /tool? You can do tools the same way, and yes, I do. See, now it's not there. Let me show you where it's at. Ah, crap. Let me show you what. There it is, right there. At the shop. On most, even the modded maps, that's where the reset is. There's a few that the actual reset is on the farm or close by, but the most of them, oh, well, we're going to enter the vehicle, or we can just come over here and visit the shop. Let me show you where it's sitting. There it is, right there, see? Alright, now, what I want to do is, let's see, we're cultivating. I don't want to do shallow cultivation. I want to use deep cultivation. That's the one I had was the Probably right here somewhere. Let's see. Nope. It ain't under use. So we'll lease the one like I had there. Yep. It's a deep cultivator. I want to show you. Yeah, I'll just leave it blue. Okay. I'll put that one on the front, and I could probably put one on the. And now I'm gonna get a disc, just any disc, just a small one. Just well, let's go a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna lease this. That way it doesn't take. See, it's only took a few dollars to run this test. I want to show you about that blue one on the back. Put the other one on the front. I'll show you. The other one you can't use them on the front, but I can carry it on the front to get it to the farm. Watch. Off to the farm we go now. I just leased these two pieces of equipment, implements, so I can show you in this bigger field the difference in what the cultivation levels look like. A lot of people ask me, well, what is the difference in the cultivating levels? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do I'm going to do plowing, and then I'm going to do deep cultivating, and then I'm going to do shallow cultivating with that disc. I got to move that combine out in the field too. Pull this down here. The combine's fine. I don't have to move it right yet. Alright. I'm gonna put this right, the one off the front, and I'm gonna line this up so I can decide that. I'm gonna plow first, and I'm gonna skip a little bit of space. Now I'm gonna get in this tractor. You see, that is what plowing looks like. And you see, it doesn't say, over here it says needs plowing, watch. Well, needs plowing, but when you step over here, it doesn't say that, it just says weeds growing. Now, let's do, this is what's considered deep cultivation. But look, it still says, it's a little bit deeper. It's dark like plowing, not as deep as plowing, but that's called deep cultivating. And it still says needs plowing. It doesn't take the place of plowing. Now I'm gonna dethatch, and I'm gonna go hook to that discer now, and I'm gonna skip over a space there and show you what the shallow cultivating looks like. And then I'll move them out in the field So it all depends, really. Like I said, if see, oh, let me get out of the tractor. Now it kind of started off like it was digging a little deeper, but it didn't. You see, it basically just turns the top layer. Still says needs plowing. Both of these you still have to plow, but this you don't. It says weed growing, and that's it, because this is plowing. And that's to the worker, by the way. That $90 wage payment, when you see that pop up there, that's what the worker that drove that combine got. They moved that combine out the field now. Excuse me. Got the hiccups for some reason. Anywho. Back this around and back it under that shed right there. Well, need to put that head off somewhere. Put it right up here, I guess. Be good. Put it under the basketball goal. And then back this under. I'm not a very good backer, y'all. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a... I'll show you. You can't get down in there from there. I bet you can on this side. And that's actually a... pit there. Anyway, yeah. So you see the differences in this looks a lot like plowing, but it ain't. That's what they call deep cultivating. This is what, and I'm gonna turn those to. Anytime you lease something, you come down to that little key, and that's your leased items. And you see it says select, and it says return. And see, they're both gone now. Let's move this tractor out the field. But now, here's the deal. If you do this, either one of these two, you won't have to worry about weeds. But it's better to do this because you have that stubble. Especially, there is something called, let me show you. Well, oh, it's saving. There's other ways you can go. Now, let me go back here a minute. If you want that, let me show you. It's better to show you. Yeah, that. Let me move this tractor. I shouldn't have done that right there because now I can't mulch it. There is a, when you plant these fields, you get a percentage. Like the fertilization will be 100%, but then it also yield percentage will pop up when you put a crop in the ground. Let me show you. Let me find a field close by that's got, I think, that corn back here. Let's go back here and look at this cornfield and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Kind of hard to see on these fields because these have just been harvested. The field info is critical too. See, this has had weeds in it, but they've sprayed them. See down there it says yield bonus plus 83. If to get that at 100, there you have to do two things on here. One of which I don't really like, and I won't be doing. I'll show you how to do it, but I don't. But you have to do it after it's planted. It's called rolling, and you pack the seed down. And the other thing is, let me show you what the piece of equipment is. Well, let me show you the roller first. Right, there's your roller. And then, of course, there's some mod. If you get into mods, there's some modded ones that are much better. That you roll that out and go across the field. It'll tell you once you. But before you plant, let's see where that. Okay, see where it says mulchers. Here's what you do, and I like that one right there because it's 5 points, or this one, either one of them. That one's 5 slots. This one's 4. They don't have motors. They're gravity pull, meaning that's not a roller. It mulches the ground. And what kind of horsepower we need? 150. Yeah. You can mulch this, and it will. Now, where I've done plowed here, you won't be able to, and cultivated, you can't mulch those areas. But the rest of the here, I'll show you. Let me put a tractor down there. Let's put how many horsepower is that? That's 7810. I need to find out. It's 175, so the mulcher should, either one should work. 130, 150, yeah, both of them will work. I'm gonna lease this mulcher to show you. Well, no, I'll go ahead and buy it. Because you lease, it's going to cost you more money down the road. So I'll go ahead and buy it. Let's see. I'll leave everything like it is. Now let's get away from it. Let's go in here. See, it's already down there, see? At the shop. Now let's... Oh, I'm too close. Now let's reset. And I want to get to, let's see which map. That one has. No. That one has. Mulch. I gotta plow it before, but I'm gonna plow it after I mulch it. But before we do that, we need to put around the fertilizer. Well, there's two ways to do that. You can, what I like to do is use this thing right here, because 42 meters wide, and it only takes 32 3,200 3 tons of fertilizer to fill it, but it spreads a 42 meter, and a meter is 3.3. So if you take that 42 times 3.3, that's 138 feet. It's at 38 and a half, 138 and a half feet. It's slinging fertilizer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and get this. And now I need to buy some fertilizer. 3 of these will about fill it up. Yep. Yep. No, I don't need 4. I need, well, leave that extra one down there. We want it totally full. See, I'm down to 73,000. See, that lid's already open because I'm going to put the fertilizer on the front here and put the roller on the back. To get, see, it's already filling. It's full now. How much is left in that one? 800, so it took 200 out of that. But she's full. Now let's back this thing around and hook to the roller. We're gonna fertilize and then roll, and then cultivate, and then plow, and then fertilize again to get a fertilization to 100%. I'll come back and get the roller. Might have to take a loan out at the bank. We'll see. I'm not gonna fertilize this further field, just the one we're working on. Watch what happens here. I'm gonna get about center of it. I'm gonna zoom out because back up here. See? You can just about cover that whole daggum field. A little bit on that left hand side there. Now, this stuff here where I've cultivated a little bit, I won't be able to mulch that area. I'll run over it anyway, but it won't, that little bit won't be mulched. What mulching does, it puts the organic matter down, so for, I forgot what is the, see, now you have 50% fertilization. Now let's unfold the roller and I'll show you how this works. Almost set that off because that's rather heavy to have to turn around here before I drop and line up. See what it's doing? Oop, I missed some there. How did I miss that? Oh well. See, you're not going to be able to. I'll just go through here. Do these areas, they already cultivate. So. You don't, like I say, you don't have to play with weeds on. You can turn it off. See, it's mulching that grass there too, by the way, on the edge of the field. I normally go around the edge first, but I am going to go around the edge. It just mulches the grass and everything, but go back around all this up here. I didn't mulch the edge of this. But if you look on this, let me take off plowing right quick, turn that off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. See? It gives you a 1 or 2% yield bonus. Anyway, this will get your field to 100% yield potential. Now it's ready to fertilize again. Well, or is it ready to plow? Probably need to plow it and then fertilize it. Yep. Anyway, see. Let's run over here and look at one of these to see if we can find a field that's at 100%. Probably not. See, that's got, even though I turned rocks off, that's what the rocks look like. There's one. See, the eel bone is 98. They've done everything but mulch there, most likely. Anyway. But see, here's the clincher. Oh, you can't plant. Well, you can plant. We could plant canola, so I might do that when we get this plowed. We'll be, and then fertilizer. It'll be ready to plant. But still says weeds growing and needs plowing. What in the world? Now, ordinarily you would pick up and rotate to go back the other way. But I'm going to stay this way because I'm going to do a headland, so. Up here. Up. Oh, John Brown. Now, let me see something here a minute. There is another option that you can do for just not creating a field, but for plowing like this. It might be a little better. Let me, when I get this headland done, I'm going to show you. Maybe get this done a little bit faster. I forgot about it till just now. Dang it all, look at that. Let's see, back out the way here. Yeah, now that's plowed around the edge, but let's look at something here. Anyway. Let's see. There is something called subsoilers. And yeah, let's see. these will do the same as plowing, normal plowing a field. They will accomplish that. If you read up there, it says a subsoiler prepares fields for the next sowing. It can be used instead of a plow. Like in this, you see here where it's, if you hit that and bring up lower plow, rotate plow, allow create fields, you won't be able to create the field with that. But I'm gonna drop that off and I'm gonna sell it right quick and get one of those subsoilers and show you what I'm talking about. Now we'll get out of this tractor, and that tractor's got how many horsepower? Which one is that? 4755. Nope. 190 horsepower. So I ain't worried about, let's see if there's one. I use one. No. We come to subsoilers. That one is 120 horses. That's 250. So we can go right here with this one, this yellow one. It will do the same. Now go to the big map. Try this will help us get it done. I'll show you. This is, you know, all in knowing what your what kind of equipment you have. I'm gonna see, there it is. Let's see which way we hook up. We got to hook up this way. It's got, let me stop right here. See, alright, see, it doesn't, it just says lower cultivator. You can't create fields with this, but normal plowing in a field, you can substitute it. Now, on those contract jobs, you still have to, if it says plow, you better use a plow. Because sometimes they're kind of funny about what, if it's not a plow being used in that field, you won't get the money. Yeah, it the subsoiler can only substitute for normal plowing in a field, and I'll show you when I get here in just a minute to this field. You see right there where I've plowed. I'm gonna come up beside it here with this thing, drop it down, and now we're gonna, well, that's weird. That is weird. But it's saying it's been plowed. See there? It does take the plow. It just is a shallow. It doesn't dig as deep, which that's fine. Alright, now I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna wait a minute. Let's see. We can check the fertilizer if we yeah, it's at 50% now. See the blue around the field there? It's at 50%. Well, yeah, it's at 50. It should be darker. So we'll have to fertilize one more time. So what I'm going to do is start a worker here. Finish plowing this, doing this, so as I can fertilize it and then plant it. Alright, let's see what horsepower that is. 175. So. You see my worker going along there? It does it on both. See here it tells you what it is. On that one it doesn't, but you can click it and it just tells you that. See, that's the difference in the maps. Anyway, let me uh-oh, I'm too close. Excuse me, I'm gonna reset. Now, let's get in that. Alright. Excuse me. Let's see about a planter now. I sold the one we had, so and we want something to plant. Had one just like that. I shouldn't have sold it. Oh well. Get that up there. And the roller, we need the roller too. I'm gonna lease the roller because I'm not gonna. Well, I will roll this field just to show you. It'll be 98% yield bonus without rolling, and it'll probably take it to 100 with rolling. We'll see. Anyway, I'll lease the roller. And now we got to get some seed to go in this planter. For now, I'm gonna use Wrong way here. Let's see. What does that thing hold? How much does it hold? 600. So yeah, 1 pallet of seed would be more than enough. Let's see. I'm gonna put the row. As I got a, yeah, I got a 3-point hitch on the front. Put the roller on the back. Yeah, let's pick up this cedar on the front. Turn around. I'll turn this roller back in. I just want to show you. I'll make one pass after I plant. Just don't think I can plant now. It's canola. Got to fertilize it before I can plant though. I'm ready to fertilize and plant. All right. It's cultivating now. See, now you get 100% fertilization. And there's really two ways to do this. You can either do it this way or with liquid, or if you go slurry, as long as you're not playing with precision farming, you can one pass do double coverage, slurry or manure, and get it. Set this fertilizer off over here. We're done with it. Now I got to spin around here and hook to this and start planting. I'm gonna plant canola because based on this plant chart, we're in August, and it's the only thing we can plant is canola. So I'm going to plant canola. Let's see what that, I'm curious. Unfold. Show you. See, it's saying, well, it's saying yield bonus 99%. You roll that, it's going to give you 100%. I don't think I'm going to roll it, because what's 1%? Mulching is more. If I hadn't mulched, it would say 98%. So that over yonder, that, let me turn this tractor off here. That sorghum over here that we looked at, if we go over and go back over here and look at it, this field of sorghum, it's 100% fertilized, but yeah, see, 98% yield bonus because it wasn't mulched or rolled. And you see how pretty it looks. But mulching gives you 99%. And it also in the ground there. That all crops need sulfur. They don't get enough, unfortunately, they can't pull sulfur out of the ground, so. But this is how you start. I mean, and you see this field is 100% fertilized. And like I say, you can do that in one pass if you use manure or slurry, as long as you're not playing with precision farming, which I'm not right now. Anyway. See, it just says here on this, weeds grow and need rolling. Yield bonus 99. Weeds growing and needs rolling. See, But that's how you start. Next time we'll pick up from here and progress a little further, and I'll talk some more about stuff. But until then, this is Farm King saying so long